Hello and welcome to show 6 of the New Who Review. I'm joined by Charles
Hello.
and Connor Smith.
Hello.
Right, so now that Series 8 is finished, we're going to start focusing on different discussions in every show up until about the new year. So this time we're going to talk about the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, and his one series run as the Doctor. So, Charles, what are your thoughts on the Ninth Doctor in general?
In general, I enjoyed the Ninth Doctor from the beginning with Rose all the way to when he left. I was sorry that he only stayed 1 year, but I thought the year that he gave us was really fantastic.
Yeah. Connor Smith, what is your thoughts on Eccleston as the Doctor?
Oh, well, I thought Christopher Eccleston was a brilliant Doctor. Even though he was a one-series Doctor, he was just fast, as you would say, absolutely fantastic. And I really enjoyed his Doctor. And he was, well, technically he was my first Doctor, but I did watch Tom Baker before him. But it was nice to see that they brought Doctor Who back. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed Christopher Eccleston. He was a great actor. He still is. He's been in Marvel movies now. He's going to be in more. He's a Hollywood actor. It's a shame he had to leave though, but he was brilliant. Obviously, Northern accent. Northern accents are great. So yeah.
Yeah. My thoughts. Until recently, although he was my first Doctor, and he did do really well as a Doctor, and he brought back Doctor Who fantastically well. I didn't really appreciate Eccleston's Doctor, and I'm not quite sure why. But until recently, I started really liking him. Like in the past few weeks, because he kind of reminds me a bit of Capaldi's Doctor, which is obviously my favourite. He's kind of serious, but he's funny at the same time, and he's obviously with all the Time War stuff. He was kind of damaged, and he couldn't really look at himself properly because of all the things he did with the destroying Gallifrey and killing all these people and the Daleks as well.
Yeah, he was a great Doctor.
Yeah, so I thought that Christopher was a brilliant Doctor.
I would go so far to say that I'd rather have David Tennant had 2 series and Christopher Eccleston had about 2 series.
Yeah.
Because he was... The thing is, people say he didn't want to get typecast, but that wasn't the case. It was because of the bullying going on at the BBC, and he wouldn't stand for it. He was the bigger man, and he decided to leave. But he left on a good note, and he left on quite a funny note, actually. Really enjoyed his Doctor.
Yeah. So, now that we've kind of got our thoughts about the Doctor himself out of the way, what did you think about the actual series and the episodes that he gave us? Connor?
Well, I thought the episodes were just great, but the thing is, I've said this before, and people who have watched other shows would know I've said this, but Russell T Davies's writing was brilliant in 2005. It got a bit poor in 2006, and then from then on, he got a bit arrogant, but that was Russell T Davies's perfect series. It was great. The only episode I didn't like of that series was Boomtown.
Yeah.
That's the only episode I really didn't like, but that was... To say it was at its peak, even though it was just starting again, then Russell T Davies was at its peak there, and it just went downhill from then on. So, it was a great Doctor. Shame he had to leave.
Yeah. Charles?
Yeah, as far as the episodes go, I thought there was a nice balance through the series of, you know, good to not bad episodes, but you know, not as action packed as some of the other ones might be. Like you went from Rose to End of the World to Unquiet Dead, and then the two-parter to Dalek, which was an excellent episode. Boomtown, yeah, I guess that would be the only one that would be the low episode, because all it does is really bring back Miss Levine for that one episode. But all in all, the episodes were great. So, I would say this is probably the series that you can watch over and over because it's a good inclusive series for a Doctor.
Yeah. Like with what I thought of Christopher Eccleston, when I first saw this series, I wasn't like, because it was my first Doctor, I wasn't really aware of what Doctor Who was. But I really enjoyed this series, and then ever since I've kind of started watching, you know, David as the Doctor, Matt, and now Capaldi, I used to kind of think that Series 1, it wasn't really, to me, it was a good series, but it wasn't one of my favourites because I felt that, because it was like coming back, it was kind of a bit, I don't know, it was a bit of a slow burner for me, and I didn't really enjoy Eccleston's Doctor that much. But up until recently, yeah, I didn't really like it up until recently, and then I've just started really liking this series, and I mean, like you two, the only episode that I really hate is Boomtown. Like some of my favourites are like Father's Day, Dalek.
Father's Day is just beautifully written. That's definitely the best episode pre-Matt Smith and pre-Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, and then Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. I mean, it's full of really, really memorable episodes.
Yeah. And a fantastic season finale.
But the thing is, when I watched Genesis of the because my dad had told me that the show was coming back that he used to watch as a kid called Doctor Who, so I thought, oh, what's that? And he had the Invasion, Genesis of the Daleks, and some others. And I watched Genesis of the Daleks, and then when I watched Christopher Eccleston's first episode, that smile just reminds me so much of Tom Baker.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think most people don't see it, but when Matt Smith chose his Doctor, I think that Christopher Eccleston had an impact, a big impact on his, because he was comedic, he was all them, and yeah, it was just brilliant.
I don't think Eccleston was trying to emulate anyone from the past, and I think that's where he went right. I don't think there was any one Doctor he based himself off or tried to weave all of them into one. You know, he went off on his own and did his own thing, and I think that's what worked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this series was a good mix of like comedy and serious kind of like drama. I think, like Connor said, I think this was Russell T Davies's best. Because obviously then there was Series 2, which I found absolutely atrocious.
The only good Russell T Davies episodes were Series 1 and a little bit of Series 4, but I just couldn't stand the rest.
Yeah, I really liked Series 3, and then obviously Series 4 was fantastic.
I enjoyed. Oh, sorry, squeaker there. I enjoyed Martha. I enjoyed. To be honest, the only episodes of Series 3 that I liked were the last 3, of course, and I think it's the first episode, Smith and Jones. I really like that one, but the rest, Russell T Davies hasn't really been doing that good. But yeah, this was his the best series of the Davies era.
Yeah. So, what did you think about like Rose as a companion? this was obviously her first series, and in my opinion, her best, because after that she went completely downhill.
Yeah. Well, I did find Rose was brilliant watching, because I've been watching series 1 now and again. Watching that back, it's been like I forgot how good she was in the first series, and after that, especially with Doomsday, she was just clingy and too emotive, and I felt that Rose was the Doctor's equal or even more, and that should never happen. The Doctor should be far more like with Matt Smith did. He always had to remind his companions he was the more intelligent one, and I think that's what David Tennant lacked in. But other than that, Rose was brilliant.
Yeah. And we have Daniel with us.
Hello.
Right, Daniel, what do you think about the Ninth Doctor?
I thought he was pretty good, but I wish he'd stayed for more than one season.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot more to his character that we could have seen.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. What about his series, like the episodes?
I think it was kind of a mixed season because there were like good episodes like the Doctor Dances and the Empty Child and the Parting of the Ways, but there were really bad ones as well as like Aliens of London and that Slovene two-parter. So I thought it was a mixed season.
Boomtown, we've been talking about we don't like Boomtown.
Yeah, that one as well.
Yeah. What
I
do
think we should have put the Slovene in Doctor Who.
Well, luckily they haven't brought him back.
No, James Bench.
I'd like to bring him back, the Slovene, actually.
I don't know.
I hope that. Sorry, Charles, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, the Slovene, and pardon the pun, are kind of stinkers as far as aliens in Doctor Who because they haven't used them since, and they've only seen them in the Sarah Jane adventures a couple times there. So I don't. If they do, they're gonna revamp them.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I hope that Big Finish do end up persuading Christopher Eccleston to do more Doctor Who, like sort of after John Hurt regenerated, I suppose. Because you could be a massive bunch of stories there. They'd have to have one key feature because the Ninth Doctor never looked in the mirror. He never looked at himself until Rose, so they could have something going on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they recently announced that they're bringing out a comic series.
Well, that sounds fantastic. I'd read that, definitely.
Charles will know more about that, so...
Yeah, that's scheduled to come out in February. I don't really know too much about it, except for the announcement that they were doing that, and they also announced a War Doctor comic book slated for the same time. So when more information on that comes out, I'll definitely bring that to light for us.
Yeah. So back to Rose as the companion. Charles,
We've got a Rose fanboy on the call.
What was that?
We've got a Rose fanboy on the call.
Oh God.
No, I don't like Rose, I like John Hurt, so that's why I put it as my...
Then why don't you have a picture of John Hurt on his own?
I don't know.
I liked Rose. Like we said, she was good in the first series. I think they gave her too much credit in the series after that. But in this series, I thought she was the right way to have the companion. You know, kind of like a regular person. You know, like one of us hopping on with the Doctor and not kind of knowing what to do. You know, or what's going on. I kind of got that feeling from her, definitely. But then, like we've said in the second series, they gave too much to her.
Yeah. Uh, Daniel, what did you think about Rose?
I like Rose in series 1 because, well, in series 2 she was pretty terrible.
Mm.
Yeah. Connor?
And like, yeah, like I said before, I do quite like Rose in series 1, but like I say, she got clingy, and that whole thing with Doomsday. I mean, to start, you can't have the Doctor in a relationship with a
Yeah.
companion because that just goes against everything Doctor Who stands for, if you will. And also,
I mean, just
technically,
try
if
and
the Doctor,
imagine like the Doctor being in a relationship in the classic series. It just wouldn't fit in.
well, he was engaged at one point in the first
Yeah.
Doctor, but I forget which episode that was. I watched it quite a while ago, but yeah, like I was saying, if they did have the Doctor in a relationship with Rose, technically that is paedophilia because she's 19, he's 104. No, not 104, 904 or something at the time. So just to put that out there.
Yeah. As far as I go with Rose, she was okay in the first series. I don't really rate Billie Piper that high as an actress. I think she's a bit weak as an actress, but she was okay in series 1. And then in
Oh
series
God,
2,
do you remember when she did that music video? That was
when?
terrible. In 2003, I think it was. She used to call herself Billy. It was terrible.
Right.
You gotta find that. You gotta find that and watch it later.
I'll have a watch of that then. But yeah, like as a companion, uh, I didn't really like her that much, particularly in series 2. I just thought that she was just there for the romance and I don't think she kind of was that great.
Yeah, because Russell T Davies is a romantic writer. I mean, he's known to have wrote lots and lots and lots of different type of romances, like Queer as Folk, and there's one coming up which is rather strange what he actually did to write the show, but I won't say about that. Some of you may have heard what he did to get information about a show with two men in a gay relationship. Because he is a romantic writer and he should keep doing that. But, like I say, it was a bit different Doctor Who for him. He was a massive Doctor Who fan, but I think he shouldn't have brought his romantic writing skills into Doctor Who. I mean, that is a bit stupid, to be honest.
Yeah. So back to the series and the episodes. If you could rate the episodes, what would you rate them? If you just go down all 13 episodes and just throw out a number for them all.
Episode 1 Rose, I think, a 10. Episode 2, about an 8. What was the third episode? Was that
The Unquiet Dead.
Oh, The Unquiet Dead? I didn't really enjoy that episode as much as I thought I would, so I'll give that a 7 or something. Was episode 4 Dalek?
No, that was Aliens of London and
World War 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Oh yeah, they were really good. I enjoyed them. I gave them a 9. I think most of it is a 9, but Boomtown is about a 7, maybe a 5. That's my rating.
Yeah. Daniel?
Episode 1 a 9, episode 2 a 7, episode 3 a 7 again, episode 4 and 5 6, episode 6 10, episode 7 8, episode 8 a 9, episode 9 a 10, and episode 10 a 10, and Boomtown probably a 6, and the finale as a 9. I think it's just the Boomtown and the Slovene two-parter that I'm not really keen on.
I'd give Rose probably an 8. The End of the World a 6. The Unquiet Dead a 6. Aliens of London and World War 3, I'd actually give a 4 because I hated it so much. Dalek 9. The Long Game, I give this about a 7. I didn't really dislike it, but I didn't like it. It was a bit of an odd episode. I did like Simon Pegg in it though. Father's Day 9. The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances I give a 10. Really love that one. Boomtown I'd give a 5. And Bad Wolf and the Partner of the Ways I'd probably give a 10. It was a bit of a, like I said, for me it was a bit of a mixed series, but I've started to really like it. So yeah, that's why I give all 13 episodes. Don't know if Charles is back.
I think he got a phone call.
Yeah. Right, we'll move on. So do you have any final thoughts on the Ninth Doctor in his series?
Yeah, definitely want him to do some more Big Finish. Well, not some more, some, because he hasn't done it. Definitely want more Big Finish audio dramas with him. Yeah, that's all really. He's a brilliant Doctor. Yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah. Daniel?
A great Doctor who should have been in more series, and should probably do some work with Big Finish as well.
Yeah, I think the same. I think that he should have been in it for at least one more series, and he should definitely do some work with Big Finish. He's obviously got the comics coming out, so I might have a look at them. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him in them. So yeah, I'd like him to do some Big Finish. I think it'd be fun to see a new Who Doctor do some Big Finish for once. So yeah, that's all I've pretty much got to say on Eccleston. Right, we'll move on to the news roundup then, because we've got quite a lot to talk about actually, because a lot of news has come out today. First major bit of news is that Michelle Gomez has revealed she'll be back for Series 9 as the Master. And then she also said that the scene that was filmed and put on YouTube where she said about her being the Rani was actually a decoy scene and a fake to kind of throw fans. So
I really enjoyed that they did that because that shows the element of surprise that Stephen Moffat uses in Doctor Who, and he's a great writer. And yeah, he's extremely intelligent, and if he can do that, get away with it, it's awesome.
And they've learned their lesson from the leaks which happened.
Yeah. But I think I really think that I didn't up until this episode, Death in Heaven, I thought, oh no, I'm not gonna like Missy, but in every scene she was in, she just stole the show. She was brilliant. She was outstanding as the Mistress. I know she's getting a lot of hate at the moment because it's a gender swap, but it's the best way Moffat could have pulled off a gender swap. It's absolutely brilliant.
yeah. So what do you think about her kind of like announcing that she's coming back this early, considering that at the end of Death in Heaven, she kind of we were left with that mystery: was she teleported somewhere else, or was she killed by the Brigadier shooting her?
I think that she was definitely teleported because if she was shot by a Cyberman, you could that classic effect of the body lighting up and you see in the skeleton, then it stops lighting up and they fall down. But I think she teleported because it looked like it was a sort of blue disappear. Like, if you get what I mean, like it disappeared, like when she pretended to be Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic scene.
Yeah, I really like that scene.
Yeah.
Daniel?
I think it's good news that she's coming back, because I think she's been a great master, and she did kind of steal the show in Death in Heaven as well. I don't know why they've announced it this early though. I mean, surely they would have banned Michelle Gomez from saying it.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to say it. Maybe she'll have a scene in the Christmas special. Because I've actually been formulating a theory up until after I read this article, that the bit where Santa Claus knocks on the door and says, she'd think, oh no, not Santa again, open the door, and she'd just be there, and then the episode would just end there. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Charles, what did you think about Michelle Gomez announcing so early that she's coming back for next series? Well, I take it he's gone again then. Personally, I think that it's good that she's coming back, but I'm a bit concerned as to why they announced it this early, because we were obviously left with that mystery: was she shot or did she teleport? So it's kind of ruined it now. But like she is my favourite master, I'd say, because I really like how she's kind of she's bonkers. I mean, she's a psychopath through and through. So
I sort of had the feeling that when the half-faced man went to the Nether Sphere or Heaven, I sort of was thinking that maybe that was after Death in Heaven.
possibly.
I'm not sure. That's what I thought, but yeah, Missy is just insane. I mean, especially the bit where she's singing to herself. 1 minute.
Yeah, and she kills Osgood. I seem to be having some network difficulties. Anyway, right. So obviously that was announced that Michelle Gomez was coming back, and then we've obviously got the Children in Need announcement now of what's actually going to be going on Friday, and it's going to be a Christmas special preview.
Tell you what, I absolutely love Children in Need, and I love that they're giving us, instead of one-off mini-sodes, which I do like, I love that they're giving us an actual scene from an episode, but they did that last year with Day of the Doctor, but I don't know. I just can't wait.
Yeah, I definitely think that I'm excited to see what they do for the preview. And I want to see, I hope that we get the name of the episode on Friday as well. There's been some good suggestions online actually to what it could be.
Jingle Bells, Capaldi Smells.
No, like Doctor Who and
Doctor Who?
like Doctor Doctor Ho 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 and stuff like that, and then yeah, like Santa Who and stuff. It's some funny suggestions for names. So I'm kind of like excited to see what the preview is, and it's weird seeing Capaldi wearing a hoodie for one episode.
But yeah, it really does suit him. It really does.
Yeah. Charles, what do you think about the Christmas exclusive for Children in Need?
I'm glad it's going to be the Christmas one. Not some of the ones we've got in the past have been just kind of silly. I mean, that's all right, I suppose. But I like that it's going to kind of bridge the end of the series to the new the Christmas special. The one that we got was the last time with Matt Smith with he was in the changing room or something like that. That was kind of dumb.
That was 2011, I think.
So I like the fact that it's going to be part of the Christmas special for children.
Yeah. And we'll obviously be having a review of that on Sunday on the show. A review of the preview that we get. So look out for that when it comes out. I think that's pretty much it for news. So I think we'll wrap it up there, because unless anyone's got anything else they want to talk about.
I was looking to see if they had released anything for the Christmas special. I don't see.
In the new edition of
Doctor Who magazine.
of Doctor Who magazine, yeah, she is going to be revealing why they chose to have a gender swap.
All right. That'll be interesting to read then. Although I imagine Stephen Moffat's reasoning is going to be a bit strange. Yeah. It will be interesting to see why they did have a gender swap, actually. Because it wasn't really explained in the episode how she turned out to be a woman.
Or why he chose to turn into a woman, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, so I'll definitely have to read that then. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it then, isn't it? So, thank you, Charles and Connor, for joining.
You're welcome, mate.
Thank you.
And Charles, we'll be back on Sunday, won't we? With a Children in Need thing, and I won't be here for reasons, but you'll be looking through the 10th Doctor, I think. I think that's what's going on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be doing David Tennant through the specials. That's going to be that's a whopper of a time, because with that 4 years, it's going to be a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for letting me on.
Oh, it's fine. So yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.